Good evening, everyone. Here we go again. This is James with another episode of The Dark Side. I want to talk about a couple of things today pertaining to, once again, the situation of the homelessness in Sheboygan. I want to talk about what barriers are being put in place to avoid or help or try to avoid the situation of homelessness. Unfortunately, it happens. I myself am a person that was homeless. I'm not going to say victims because they're not victims. They're people. They're not numbers. They're people. But there are things that living here in Sheboygan that could be done or attempt to do other than turning a blind eye. Being homeless is not a thing that we choose to do, but it happens. But there needs to be a little more done and said that would maybe offset. There's not a lot of homeless people in Sheboygan, but as far as Sheboygan goes, one is too many. But there are things that that are being done. The people, the higher ups in Sheboygan could maybe talk to some of the people that help or reach out to the homeless. Number one, which is again, pay it forward. I give them a mad shout out to. These cats are dynamite, man. So far as I know, they're really the only ones, and they are completely a nonprofit organization, and it's not really an organization. They are just a husband and wife that are just trying to help people, man. And it's and they do. They really do. They do as much as they possibly can. None of us have a S on our chest. We're not Superman, Superwomen, or whatever. But there are things that could be done, should be done, and can be done that can kind of, again, offset some of this stuff. With that being said, that goes into stereotypes. When I say stereotypes, I mean, like a person has an addiction, whether it be drugs, alcohol, mental illness, or whatever reason. Maybe they got kicked out of the house. I don't know. Maybe it's because of divorce. Whatever the case, I don't know. But still, it happens. It happens every day. But don't turn your back. Don't just say, if I don't see it, it must not exist, because it does exist. And me being me, I had to rise up because being homeless was not my cup of tea. I had to spend last winter in at the warming center in Sheboygan, and that was not a walk in the park, not at all. You had to sleep on cots. I mean, old, probably cots from World War II, but that's what you had to sleep in or sleep on. So that's what you had to deal with. But there's things that can be done, and we as a people can help. Doing that. I go up and down A Street constantly. I see everyone sitting outside at various bars on A Street. And they have the outside tables, and everyone's sitting there doing their thing, having a good time, and maybe 10, 20 feet away, you have a cluster of people just sitting at the park bench, just hanging out, wearing winter coats when it's summertime. That does not make any sense. And again, there's places, Salvation Army is a place to be. It's good because you can go there if you get in, you're good for 90 days. But that's just a temporary solution to somewhat permanent problem. I myself, I had to stay in the Salvation Army, but I wanted to rise above that, and fortunately, I was able to get my own place, and I'm a happy camper. So, what I would love to do is I would love to talk to the mayor, but I don't know. I don't know if that'll happen. I'm sure he's got other things to do other than talk about homeless people being in Sheboygan. But today is Bratwurst Day. Yeehaw. And so everyone is down at Kiwanis Park, having a good time. I was just on A Street not long ago, and I saw quite a few people, homeless people. I know they were because I know them from being homeless. And it just seems, I don't know, it really, really behooves me to think that Sheboygan, which the nickname of Sheboygan is called the Chair City. Okay. Uh, I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers, but I'm sure I probably will. But again, it's kind of crazy, man, because I see people sometimes gathered around some of the park benches, because some of them have been taken out because of people sitting on them or having two or more, or whatever the case may be, uh, gathering around. And so I don't know. I guess it has to be the city, because now those park benches that used to be are no longer there, which is, I don't know. To me, that's kind of crazy, but be as it is, you know. But that comes to the law enforcement, interactions, because they see these people clustered around. And I don't mean that in the sense where it's like 20 people. I'm only talking about like maybe 3, 4 people who, hanging out. If it's anywhere close to the library, because I noticed that all the benches that were once there are no longer there. So why is that? Um, like I said in my first podcast, right now is money time for Sheboygan. You got broad days today. You have the big super boat races coming up in another week, and people come here for the theater and the art center and all those things, which is cool, which is really cool. But because a person is homeless doesn't make them any less human than anyone else, which goes into as much as I hate to say it, the racial divide and the difference of treatment of people. Unfortunately, it exists not only in Sheboygan but across America, man. Because you have a different skin color, you sometimes are treated differently than others, whether it's black, brown, whatever, white. I mean, I know guys, I know white guys that are homeless, and but it doesn't matter. All blood bleeds red. But I'm just saying is just come on, people, just open your eyes. It's not. We can help. We can. It's not that big a deal. I had a friend of mine that was verbally attacked because of the fact that she would bring sandwiches or water or both. And it was only, she walks everywhere. So it's not like she's bringing a truckload of stuff, man. She only carries what she can, which is probably 10 bag lunches and 10 bottles of water. And she goes around and she's just trying to make sure that those that may not have it, here's a sandwich, here's a snack, here's some water, hydrate yourself. It's been hot for the last few days. But she got slammed, and that's not a good thing. That was not cool at all. And when she told me about it, it really, honestly, it pissed me off, man. That people are that closed-minded. I'm looking at, seriously, I'm looking at people riding up and down A Street. The other day, I seen a guy driving a McLaren. A McLaren is a very, very, very expensive automobile. It's not something you just go into Van Horn and say, "Give me a McLaren." No, that's not happening. Uh, but you mean and God bless those that can do that. I wish I could. Shit. But there's a bigger picture, you know, between haves and have-nots. Because, like I said, right now, Sheboygan don't want to see the have-nots on A Street. I'm not. I'm only one person. I would. I don't know who it could be that I don't know. Talk to someone in the city. I wish I could talk to the mayor, but I'm sure he'd probably blow me off. But that's okay. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. So, just keep that thought in your head, people. I mean, while you're eating steak, somebody else is just eating bologna or just eating a cheese sandwich. Uh, let's make a little difference. Um, these people are sleeping under the bridge, under the Penn Avenue Bridge, or in the woods somewhere. Um, wherever they're sleeping. I don't know. I've seen people crashing behind dumpsters. I mean, I saw this one young couple, man. I mean, young, like in their teens, and they, I don't know. It just breaks my heart to see, an 18-year-old, 18, man, come on, being homeless. I mean, what the hell happened to bring you to this point? Was it drugs, uh, family problems, or abuse, or whatever? I don't know. I would love to pick their brains and find out, but that's personal business, man. You just don't ask someone, personal things like that. But I, uh, I feel for everyone. I don't care if you're homeless or driving a McLaren. It matters none to me, if you're driving a McLaren. But it does matter to me if you're homeless. I was able, through my own efforts and the grace of God that I have my own place. And I tried to tell people, don't look, for a handout. You have to put forth a little bit of effort. You put that little bit of effort in, it's like planting a seed, for Jack and the Beanstalk, it will grow. It will grow. And I hope some of the people, especially the homeless people, I hope if you hear this, man, and most of them, if not all of them, they know me. And I talk to them as much as I possibly can. I don't go out of my way just to go and seek them out. No, but I see them, they see me. Everybody knows me. I mean, they see me buzzing around on my scooter. And I say the same thing that I'm saying now. It's like, come on. You have to put forth an effort in order to attain some of the things that you want to have. Nothing is going to be given to you. Nothing. If you're waiting on that, then you're in trouble. But I hope, and pray, honestly, that things or something would happen to make a few changes. And I'm sure I'll probably catch hell because of what I'm saying. That's cool. It's cool. They know where I'm at. I mean, hell, I have a bracelet on my ankle, so it's not like I didn't kill anybody lately. So actually, I'm on the bracelet because of child support, but I no longer owe any child support. But I'm still on the bracelet, so I'm not, you know, I'm not concerned about that. But just just please, people, just be nice to others, man, and just when you be kind, you will get kind in return. So, on that note, I'll say good evening, everyone. And this is James at the dark side. Thank you.